What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit, live from the eBay Open 2018, and I'm here with Mr. Chris Lin. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Steve? Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's awesome, man, to see you here. And Chris has been on stage speaking quite a bit. I've seen you, I think, 2 or 3 times already.
That's right. It's been awesome.
That's awesome, man. And you're from the Bay Area?
I'm in the Bay Area right now, and
cool.
It was cool. I actually got some exposure from eBay directly, which is very cool.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. You've been doing a great job. So, for the people who don't know who you are, you do have a YouTube channel, Daily Refinement.
That's right.
Used to be 10K on the Bay, but you rebranded it. I think that was a good move. I like the name. So, what's your story, man? How'd you get started?
So this is awesome, guys. I joined Steve's group when I was learning about reselling. I sold my old Pokemon stuff online. It did really well when Pokemon Go was exploding. I thought it was super cool, and I was watching some YouTube videos. Steve popped up. I learned about used clothing. I said, okay. I went to the Goodwill outlet because people were doing that, and I saw these house moms and people crushing it, and I couldn't get in. It was like a Shark Tank. So I asked the guy, is there a way I can just buy pallets? He said, sure. He gave me a deal which was like $100 for 1 pallet or $180 for 4 pallets. It was like he was trying to get rid of 4 pallets basically, and it worked. So I took all of them home, 4 trips in my car, and that was my beginning of my clothing journey. And since then I've met so many cool people along the way, and one of the reasons why I changed from 10K on the Bay is I realized there's so many other opportunities in the online world. And so my mantra is daily improvement, work on yourself every day, better than yesterday. And it's brought me great inner peace because I hit my goal every day. Instead of putting something into the future, you get better every day. It's very challenging, it's very hard, and I'm just loving it right now.
Yeah, so definitely check him out. I mean, he's been crushing it. I was telling him on the way here when we were walking up to the hotel, there are a lot of people out there creating content, including myself, but I think he honestly adds some of the most, just detailed, valuable information. You provide the most that I've seen out of a lot of people. So this is gonna be a cool video. We're gonna be talking about 10 tips to grow your eBay business. So if you're a beginner or if you're an intermediate, even if you're an advanced, you're gonna find some value in this. So keeping things really professional today, I've got my handy dandy notes. So let's dive right into the first tip to grow your eBay business, and let's talk about sourcing the right items.
This is very important, guys, and even the CEO of eBay yesterday during the keynote, he said the most important thing is product. So if you find the right product at the right price, you see these items on eBay. The pictures are not, it's on somebody's couch with the receipt, the description says, I have the item. It doesn't have any description, and it still sells right away because it's the right item for the right price. It's what's trending. I just listened to a 8-figure store today that says that he just looks at the sold listings on eBay to determine whether or not he wants to even investigate. This is somebody doing 10,000 orders a day, still does it the same way we do it, which is we check to see if there's any interest in the item. So don't just buy things because they're cheap.
Research.
That's a big mistake.
Yeah, research. Tip number 2 to grow your eBay business, listing consistently. I can't say it enough. Out of all 10 tips, you've got to list your items. You can buy all you want. You can go to all the thrift stores, garage sales, wholesale, whatever you do. But if you don't list your items,
Steve and I can look at your listing habit and guess how much money you make. That's how important the consistency of what you do every day is. And when you get into that habit and it becomes part of you, your income's gonna grow and grow and grow because your self-awareness is so important when you develop a habit.
Yeah.
You can't just do it. It's not a part-time thing.
Even if it's 5 items a day, a lot of people think you have to list 50 items a day.
You're not.
Even if it's 2 or 3 items, start with a couple and just do that Monday through Friday and slowly build that. So listing consistently is going to be probably the number 1 tip out of everything we talk about. Number 3, and I know you're huge into this, and this is how you've been able to propel your results on eBay, because you've been killing it on eBay for the last, year or 2 now? I mean, it seems like time's flying by so fast. But the big thing that I noticed Chris did really well, even from starting in the green room to starting his own thing now, and you just networking a lot, is you educated yourself. You went hard with education.
This is really important, guys. I'm not afraid to pay for information. I'm not afraid to share my journey and say, this is what I'm working on. And when you're on YouTube, Steve knows, last year I received 43,000 emails regarding eBay, more than 100 a day. And I'll put out, hey, I need to know a better way to take photographs. Somebody will go out of their way, make a video for you, send it in to you to help you, as long as you're honest and you share your idea, and then they'll point you, buy this person's course, don't waste your time with other stuff. Yeah. It's very straightforward, and I value education. Somebody has already done anything that you want to do.
Yeah. Of course. The fourth tip, and this kind of stems from education, is building a support team. Because I've noticed that one quality that you have is you're always surrounding yourself with positive people. I don't know all of their names, but I see a lot of people that are on your videos that are here. I think one of them is a shoe seller.
That's right.
You're always surrounding yourself with positive and people who are doing it.
And we keep each other accountable. And I think it's important, guys. The way I look at my network is the more challenging and tough the question is that you're asking each other, the deeper and closer your relationship is. I mean, you can have fair weather friends all day, but if someone can call you out and say, look, I'm looking at your store, it doesn't look like you're doing things the right way, you're going to be really, really close, and those are the friends that I want. I don't need any sugarcoating.
Yeah. I heard a quote that was called, it goes, your network is your net worth. I'm sure you've heard that. You might have been the one to share it. I don't know. I heard it from somebody recently.
No, that's really good.
But that's a good one right there. Tip number 5 to grow your eBay business. Make sure that you're using the right tools. Like, for example, if you're selling clothing and you don't have a mannequin, I mean, you can still get away with it, but you got to have the tools of the trade.
You absolutely need dedicated things for each purpose. I have 3 stations, one for flat lay, one for mannequin, and one for hanging. It's really important. I don't use those areas for anything else. They're clutter-free. And once you have that consistent process, you look like a store. People can tell right away if you're professional versus every single photo's in a different part of your house. That doesn't look professional. That looks like you're just doing it for fun. But if all your pictures look the same, it's so different. Yeah, one cool tool or something that you had going on early on, you taught a lot of people about, was your bin system. So you had the right tools. You had the bins, and you had everything labeled properly, and that allowed you to be able to streamline your shipping process, which allowed you to scale. Because how many times, I remember when I first got started, when I had like 300 items in my inventory, this was like 4 years ago, I had everything just hanging in my closet, and when I had to ship an item, I couldn't find it, and you got to have the right tools. So that's just one example right there, but make sure that you educate yourself with the right tools. Tip number 6, SEO, search engine optimization. How important is it, Chris, for beginner sellers to make sure they're using keywords in their title, description, so on and so forth? Now, this is very important, guys. Keywords are how people find your item, right? If you have the wrong word in the title or you misspell the title, people will not find your item. It's very important when you search sold listings and you find out what's selling. Write down what words they're using to sell their item, and that's why sell similar is so powerful, because you can look at the keywords that convert, and there might be a word like fall that this is a shirt, it's an autumn. If you were to put autumn and fall and dark print or something that gets people on the right track, you can totally increase your traffic, which leads to more conversion.
Cool, awesome. And you can also rank in Google as well.
You can.
So those keywords, they're not just only for eBay, it's for different search engines as well. So definitely a great tip right there. Tip number 7, customer service. How many times have you heard a new seller getting upset about maybe a return, or the buyer's claiming item not described when they're just trying to get free shipping, they're fighting with them? How important is customer service?
I think it's really important, guys, to just, when you're dealing with customer service, to just listen, and then always start with "I'm sorry," even if you're not if you're not in the wrong. Someone says, "Hey, you sent me the wrong item. I want a refund." If you start with "Thank you for reaching out to me. I apologize for the inconvenience. Do you mind sending me some pictures?" It's totally different than all caps, "You're trying to scam me, bro." That's not going to get you anywhere. Customer service on every single listing platform, they side with sellers that are professional and courteous. Give yourself the best chance at getting your money back, and always act the same way. And Steve and I are always being hit with negative and positive things, but we treat it the same way, and it's very important to do that.
Yep, awesome, great tip right there. Let's move into tip number 8. Make sure that you're spending time when you're new, especially learning how to ship properly. Because if you're selling items that weigh 10 to 12 ounces, but you're shipping out, methods that aren't first class, you're throwing money down the drain. Like there's quite a few different ways you can ship, and I would highly recommend going to the USPS website and looking through all the different ways to ship, from flat rates to bubble mailers to first class. How did you learn how to ship?
So I learned how to ship by looking through every single option on the USPS website on the shipping tool, but this is what I recommend you do. Like, go to a UPS store and pay them to pack a few items for you, because they know the cheapest ways to do it. I shipped a glass ball to my friend. It was extremely fragile, a hollow glass ball, just to see what they would do. And he showed me, okay, this is what you do, and let's see if it'll make it. It was curious. The guy went out of his way to show me the bubbles and the box, and he's like, this is this has a 99% chance of breaking. Let's try to not break it. And I even did a video where I shipped some eggs across the country to see if we could do it.
No.
So if you make it fun, they did not make it. So it was a really foul smelling package. But it's important to just have some fun with it, try the different things. Go to the USPS website and order one of every box. I know it can be kind of intimidating, but that's the best way to learn. You gotta ship some stuff.
That's cool, man. We gotta link that. Do you have that video on your channel still?
I do, yep.
All right, you're gonna have to hook me up with that link. I'm gonna link that up because that sounds really cool. I've never seen that one. Tip number 9 to help you to grow your sales on eBay is marketing promotion. I wanna talk about running sales. What are your thoughts on running sales in your eBay store? Should you have sales running all the time, periodically?
So on eBay, you can run a sale off of each individual item. You can do a temporary sale for a specific holiday. You can also use coupons that you can send to your customer, and only they get 10% off your store. So it's important, in my opinion, to run at least 2 of these sales continuously and learn what the conversion rates are on different items. And also, if you can learn replenishable items, you want to don't be afraid to break even on the first few to get that rank. And some people are like, oh, I need to make profit, I don't want to do it. That's not how it works. You need to get your foot in the door, rank up your items, get people to trust you. When you're first starting on eBay, eBay doesn't trust you, they don't know you. But if you start getting consistent velocity in sales, they're going to trust you, they're going to understand, okay, this person lists 50 items a week, and it's important. Yeah,
you got to understand at the end of the day, while there are third-party sellers selling on the platform, when, let's just say I provide a bad customer experience, the customer's not only mad at me, but they're mad at eBay. It affects the brand.
That's right.
So eBay isn't going to give you a lot of trust at first because they have to protect their brand. So definitely keep that in mind. And tip number 10, last but not least, and I have a feeling you're going to like this one, listen to your customers and continually improve the business. I know it's a very general statement, but how important is it to listen to what your customers are saying?
This is important, guys. When you first start on eBay, you have 0 feedback, right? And we all started there. And so if you ask your customers in the beginning, it takes a while to earn feedback. Every time I think you earn it by just basically following through with your customer. So don't be afraid to send them an email and say, hey, I'm just getting started on eBay. Is there something I could have done better? Are there other items that you're looking for? And customers will tell you and interview you. And no one is offended by a humble person asking for help. If you write the email, I need to know what you think, that's not going to work. But if you say I need some help, it's very likely that the person will give you some feedback and you can improve, because it's much easier to sell to somebody who already likes and trusts you than a brand new person. And just one last thought on that, eBay spends so much money trying to get people to buy a second time and a third time, because they know once they're hooked, they bought 3 things on eBay.
Customer for life.
Customer for life. They're really trying hard. So make sure, guys, don't give up in the beginning. Focus on what your customers want, and it's easy to think about what you want, but change your focus to what your customers want.
Awesome. Well, I mean, if you guys are watching and you're feeling inspired, that's a good thing. Go out there and take action, because all these tips are really worthless unless you go out there and apply them, get started. Don't worry about making mistakes. I mean, I made 1,000,001 mistakes. I've been following your journey. I know you've made plenty of mistakes, but as many times as you may have gotten knocked down, you continually get up, and you've been providing a lot of value to new sellers and even intermediates and advanced sellers. So if we could do it, they can definitely do it, 100%. So you guys, give them a follow, Daily Refinement on YouTube, Instagram,
all social media,
Facebook, Snapchat,
Twitter,
where else? Cool. Well, hey, thanks, Chris.
Thank you very much,
I
Steve,
appreciate it, and hopefully you guys found value in this video. Until next time, we'll see you then, and have a good day.
Thanks, guys.
And hopefully we see you at the eBay Open 2019.
Let's see you next year, guys.
You gonna be there?
I'm gonna be there.
All right, cool. All right, bye, guys.